Teron Ward, and you're watching Beaver Breakdown.
Hey Beaver Nation, I'm Audrey Wiltz.
And I'm Brittany, and we're here with another episode of Beaver Breakdown.
You know the drill. We're going to take a look at OSU versus Cal last weekend, check out what the guys were doing in practice all week, and discuss what they're up against as they host Stanford at home. Britt, are you ready for all this?
Let's get to it. Check out last weekend's game versus Cal and what the boys are up to this week at practice. In Berkeley, the Beavs took over the California Memorial Stadium, crushing the Bears with a 49-17 victory. Mannion is now ranked third in OSU history for passing yards and tied Derek Anderson for the single most touchdowns in a season. Not only that, but the Beavers scored more than 40 points for the third consecutive game, a first for the program.
More than halfway through the season, the Beavers take the practice field, satisfied they got some in and out last week, but definitely ready to work towards another win. We learned what it will take to prepare and what the game might look like.
No, Stanford's a different defense. They're a lot physical and a lot stout. They don't spread out as much. So we're just getting ready to be physical in the game, but we do that every week, so practice is pretty much similar.
I feel like I'm ready. I feel like everyone's ready, and we love playing against Stanford, which it's really a test on who's more physical.
Knowing what they're up against, one player in particular went over the importance of this weekend's homecoming battle.
It's very important just because you get some guys saying that we haven't been tested yet, and playing a top 10 team like Stanford, you obviously want to prove yourself and also prove those people wrong that's saying all those things. Especially coming off of last year, where I felt like we shot ourselves in the foot and we had the game and we kind of gave it away. So we still got that thought in our minds, and that lights our fuel to our fire.
Now knowing what it will take and how important this game is, it seems like everyone was all smiles when thinking about walking away Saturday night with a W.
We'd love to beat them, and obviously them being a top 10 team, it would be huge for this program.
Not only would a win for the Beavers be great for the program, but it seems to be a long-time goal for some of the players.
I haven't beat Stanford since I've been here, since in my third year, and they're a top 10 team, BCS implications, and to me a lot to the team and a lot for our confidence going into the rest of our season. I feel we have a good, confident team right now, but to beat Stanford is that extra leap over the hill.
It's time again for our third down here in the studio, where we always tackle 3 topics looking at this weekend's opponent. This weekend, Stanford. Britt, I know this is going to be a big game for the Beavers. What are you thinking?
It is going to be a big game, and I think Teron said it best this week at practice, that this weekend's game will set the overall tone for how the rest of the season goes.
Right.
Stanford is a good team. They have a great quarterback in Hogan, who averages 200 pass yards so far this season, and they have a great wide receiver in Ty Montgomery. The kid is an absolute stud. He has 196 all-purpose yards so far for this season, but he's extremely versatile too. Not only is he their wide receiver, but he's also their kickoff returner, and he's run 2 back so far for touchdowns. But overall, I think the Beavs need to be focused, they need to rise to the occasion, and they need to show everyone out there that they do deserve to be in a BCS bowl game.
I think this is the perfect opportunity for the Beavers to prove themselves. I just don't think it's going to come very easy. And the only reason I say that is because I know Stanford comes to win. They've only had 2 Pac-12 losses on the road in the past 3 years. That's really great for them. But we all know how they play. Each year, it's the same physical battle with them. Not only does the Beaver defense need to be prepared for their run game and their pass game, but I think the Beaver offense needs to be ready to take advantage of each opportunity that comes to them. They need to be able to take advantage of each possession and really put some points on the board early, set the tone and set the pace for the game to be able to compete for the W. Not only does the defense need to rise to the occasion, but so does the offense.
Audrey, you're right. We're finally back at home. This weekend is homecoming weekend for students here at OSU. To say that there's a little bit of pride on the line for this game might be a little bit of an understatement. So the Cardinals are going to come in, they're going to look to double team, even triple team Brandon Cooks at times. So again, players like Mulaney and Caleb Smith really do need to make their presence be felt. Stanford runs a 3-4 defense. Those 7 guys are absolutely vicious, but sometimes this causes a little bit of confusion for the O-line just because it's hard to tell where the pressure is coming from. The Beavs do need to be aware of linebacker Shane Scove. He has 59 tackles so far for the entire season. He's a heavy hitter, but I think overall, Mannion needs to be precise, he needs to make quick plays, and the O-line needs to continually protect him. But it's definitely going to be a battle this weekend, to say the least. And I think that at practice all week, the buzzing news between player to player, player to media, was that the overall message was the type of physicality that this game is going to demand from everyone.
Right. Somebody once told me, that this game is not a contact sport. It's a collision sport, and I think this weekend is going to be a perfect example of that. It's going to be a physical battle. But, you know, I used to be worried about the Beavers playing a full 4 quarters. You know, can they score in the 3rd? Will they come back in the 4th? I don't have to worry about that with them anymore. I know that they can play a full 4 quarters. I've seen what they can do throughout the season, and I think that that's exactly, you know, the key, my key to the game. I know we're going to get to Matt in a minute, but my key to the game is that they need to put together a full 4 quarters and play their game.
Matt, I know you've got something to say about this game too, so let's put 30 seconds on the clock and give us your #1 key to the game.
Thanks, ladies. My key to the game this homecoming weekend against Stanford starts on the offensive line. For the Beavers to continue their prolific passing attack, the offensive line will have to be prepared for the front 7 of Stanford's ferocious defense. The Oregon State offense is averaging 442 passing yards per game, making them the nation's leading aerial attack. Mannion's time in the pocket will be crucial for the Beavers' ability to move the ball against one of the top defenses in the nation. The Stanford defense is giving up only 250 yards passing per game, but I think that if the Oregon State offense can provide time for Mannion in the pocket, he will pick apart another Pac-12 defense. Back to you, ladies.
Thanks, Matt. Keep sending your own keys to the game using the hashtag MattStats. If for some reason you can't make it out to Research Stadium this weekend, you can catch the game on ESPN. Kickoff is set for 7:30.
Britt, I'm really excited for this game, but before we go, I know that both of us wanted to thank our amazing production team for all their hard work, all their time spent. We really appreciate you guys, so thank you.
Thank you.
And from all of us here in the studio to you, go Beavs.
We'll be right back here next week with another Beaver Breakdown.